this computer?
Yeah, you're good.
It's recording.
All right. Welcome to this call, and I am pumped about our new group forming, and we're going to just recommit from conference to conference. So this is going to be from the Sacramento conference to the Austin conference, that we are going to lock arms together, and we are going to move forward as a group of people who are committed, focused, and willing to grow. And so when we get started, before we jump into what I want to share, I want to ask y'all some questions. And I really want you to think about it. You know, when we talk about doing this conference to conference focus, I want to ask is, are you willing to commit to these calls and to this group? And if there's going to be background noise, just go ahead and hit the mute for now, and you can unmute when we have the chance to talk. So first of all, like I said on what I posted on our Voxer chat is, we got to commit to this accountability. And that's what I've seen. When people commit to action, they're going to see their businesses move forward. And so first and foremost, I'm going to ask you guys to commit to these calls. If you can't be live on the call, then sometime on Monday, I want you guys to watch this 30-minute call. And then right now, let me see a hands, how many people, or a thumbs up, maybe put it in the text section. Either have your upline distributor, your upline NMD, a sideline partner, have somebody who's going to be your accountability partner. And what we're going to do, I already submitted my last week's numbers to my accountability person. And I just said, I need you to hold me accountable. And here are the areas that I need the most accountability in. I work this business, but what I really want to do is grow and really make sure that I'm investing plenty of time into new prospects and new distributors. And so I want you to make sure you've got someone, and if someone asks you to be their accountability partner, you got to commit to them that you will hold them accountable. And because if we're locking arms with people, we're good. That's when I'm telling you, it makes me think twice about making sure that I do what I say I'm going to do. So first and foremost, commit to this group, to these Zooms, and to that accountability partner. The second thing is, I want you to commit to your goals. How many people, and I'm going to stop sharing right now because I want to see everybody's hands. How many people have some goals now of not kind of where you want to go in this business, but from week to week, you know what you're trying to accomplish? How many people know right off the top? So Dory, who else? Lisa, Brenda, okay, Caitlin,
Hi, Miracle.
Aaron. Okay, so what I want to challenge you guys is know what your goals are. Because I'm hearing someone talk, so make sure that you got the speaker muted. So, and here's an example, and I tell you, I really believe this is what has been beneficial for me, is literally for the last 18 years, is I try to hold myself accountable to make 40 connections a week. And it's that activity that I think has what kept me moving. But now I'm kind of in a season, and we got to keep it looking at where we are and making adjustments. So I kind of feel like I'm kind of in an area that I'm not moving. I'm kind of stuck. Anybody else feel kind of stuck? Do you know what the number one way out of getting stuck is? Anybody? Action. And so what I had to do is take a look at what goals I've had and said, okay, they've served me well to this point, but I'm at a point now, I've got to make changes with my goals. And you know, one of the changes I've made is I've got to make prospect distributors my probably number one focus. And it's probably been my last focus. Anybody else hear me? Anybody else kind of in that? That if I want to keep growing and getting bigger and wider and really hit my long-term goals of what I want to accomplish, I have to make that. My Gravitation is to talk to you guys. I would talk to distributors all day long because I love you guys. But what is that? That's my comfort zone. So I got to get outside my comfort zone. Instead of saying, okay, I'm going to talk to 20 distributors on Monday, I'm switching it to, I'm going to talk to 20 prospects on Monday. And make sure, come the end of the week, it's not, I'm not falling short in that area that I know I need to be really strong in. And so that's where this accountability comes into play. If we're not tracking our progress, how do we know? Then we're like, I don't know. Nobody wants Juice Plus. Nobody wants to join us in this business. And the reason we feel that way is because we don't ask and we're not making those connections in those conversations. All right. So first, let me get back here to where I was, my outline. Okay. So commit to the Zooms, commit to your goals. How many people are you going to talk to? Are you really working closely with your distributors? Are you really making connections? Tonight, we're going to do the call on customer care. And I've got some things I think you guys will get excited about when we talk about the impact customer care. And then are we really reaching out and connecting with new people? So we got to set goals in all those areas. And we're going to talk about it in a minute. And then we got to commit to this process. And we're going to go over the process. You know, we always need a system or a process to move forward. So I'm going to talk about that process and then commit to yourself. You know what? If we really want to grow, I mean, it's a commitment we're making to ourselves. It's not to me. The commitment you're making is to yourself. I am willing to, I listened to this call the other day. It was talking about, are you living in the comfort zone? Are you living in a stress zone? Are you living in a stretch zone? We want to be in the stretch zone. We want to be to the point that something's just pushing us. It's just a little uncomfortable, but yet that feeling of reaching, that stretching towards something, you know, kind of like when you're stretching, you know, you're working out and you're stretching and you're bending over a little further, or you know what, that feeling, it kind of hurts just a little, but how much better when you feel like you're making progress. And that's what we want to do. We want to stretch ourselves a little bit every single day. So commit to that growth process. And if you're not feeling a little uncomfortable, you're probably not stretching yourself far enough. All right, so let's get back here. And I want to show what we're going to submit each week. I kind of tweaked this form and let's see. Okay, so it maybe is a little easier. If you want to take a picture of this form and send it to your accountability person, or if you just want to write down your numbers, that's fine too. But somehow, some way, before you get on this call every Monday, I want you to send these numbers to your accountability person. So let's, you know, what you want to do is commit to touching this business every day, at least every weekday. And then tracking, am I touching my business every day? The second thing is, how many people do you want to connect with on your hot hands list? And I got to be honest, when we were doing this last 6 weeks prior to conference, I'm seeing 3, 4, maybe 5. If we want to make significant progress, you guys, I got to be honest, it's going to take way more than talking to three or four people a week. Do y'all agree with me? Yes? Yeah. All right. So when you set your goal on your hot hands list, I want you to really stretch. Keep thinking that word stretch. I want you to stretch yourself. You know, really, can we not? I mean, even if it's 5, really, we only have time to connect with one person a day. We all know we can do better. And then there may be days that we can talk to way more than one. So I want to push you beyond the 10. Really try to go beyond connecting with 10. But if 10's it, make sure you hit 10. And I'm speaking to myself here too. So I'm preaching to myself as I'm talking. How many distributors do you want to coach? If you've got people that you've brought on board, by gosh, lock arms with them and let them know you're willing to help them grow too. How many new people are you adding to your prospect list? You know, I just literally was thinking, I saw someone, I posted something on Facebook and I can't tell you how many names popped up. I'm like, why don't I have them on my prospect list? So, you know, one of my goals is to add 5 new prospects to my list a week so that I'm constantly getting new people in the queue. And that way, when I go to create my hot hands list, I've got plenty of people to pull from. How many days did you listen to Voxer and check your team Facebook page? You know, that's where we're going to get ideas, inspiration, encouragement, things to share, things to say, verbiage. So stay plugged in, you guys. That doesn't take but a few minutes, and you can do it when you jump in the car, when you're putting your makeup on. It takes no time when it comes to Voxer or checking Facebook page. And then how many customers? Tonight we're going to talk about just how impactful it is when we connect with our customers. And then the last thing I want you, so this is our weekly tracking form. So take a picture of it or just jot down your numbers. But before you jump on the call on Monday, make sure you've passed this on to your accountability person. Lastly, BAM. What's your BAM this past week? And that's BAM stands for your big ass move. Molly looked up at me like, what? I think this is your stretch. This is what you, and I'm telling you, and I told Brenda's my accountability person, and I told her one of my stretch is an old boyfriend I'm reaching out to. Not that I ever really liked him. We won't get into that. But he's a very nice guy. But what he keeps posting these pictures of, like he's doing all this gardening. And I know he's got an amazing like network of people. And so I was talking to Scott about it. I'm like, I don't want him thinking that, you know, I don't want his wife thinking anything weird's going on, but I'm like, he could be a great distributor. So anyway, that's kind of a stretched goal because it's kind of an awkward situation, but I'm going to make myself do it. And so I want week in and week out, you do one thing that's going to stretch and grow you. And I want you to write it down and then hold yourself accountable to doing it. Okay? So that's what we're gonna submit that week in and week out. And you guys, let's just not go through the motions. Let's let this really build and grow our teams. And okay, so the last thing is this is what I want us to really focus on. How are we doing on time? All right, got 10 minutes. Okay, this is our conference to conference. This is our 6-month plan. So what I just showed you, this is our weekly plan, and we're going to, in our tracker, this is what we're going to track over the next 6 months. And last conference, I said I'd give $100 to anyone who handed in this form that they had worked it. Not that it has to be perfect, but you can clearly see you were working toward 5 new customers, 1 new distributor a month. And I had one person, Karen Farrell, which she sent me a message saying why she couldn't be on the call today. But she filled in this form and she's had some great growth. And she said, I can't wait for you to see what happens over the next 6 months. So what this is showing how we're progressing. And I want us in that Voxer chat to celebrate. You get a new customer, I want you to post it. You get a new distributor, I want you to post it. We're going to do some celebrating, and I'm going to give $100 to everyone who comes with this form to Austin and hands it to me. Because this is what we need to be doing to really track and make sure we're moving forward. And let me say this. If you do, and we'll walk through this form, if you do this form 4 times, you would make it to National Marketing Director in 2 years. So here's the cadence. And I know some of you have seen it before, but I'm telling you, this is the cadence I want this group to be about. And that is doing a 5-1-1. 5 new customers a month, 1 new distributor, and then taking the prior month's distributor to the next level. 511. Now, have I ever done this perfectly for 6 months? No. But I'm telling you what, the last year and a half, I have really focused on trying to fill this in as much as possible. And I'm telling you, it keeps you motivated. I have it right beside my computer and I look at it every day. And I think, oh my goodness, it is the 22nd of the month and I only have 3 customers. Or I haven't brought a distributor in this month. And so what it does is it keeps me, and it also, I'm seeing that new distributor's name. I got to make sure that I'm helping them be successful. And what it's doing is just keeping this business and what we need to do top of mind. So let's look at this form. Every month, let's get people on an online event. We have that JPTV is phenomenal. Or have your own Facebook. I know Caitlin Cobb does an incredible Facebook event or an in-home event. You know, I try to do once a month so that we can come together as a team here where my local team where I live, and they've got a place to put people into. And you guys, I'm telling you, events are where you're going to get distributors. Because if somebody comes and is sitting there with you listening, they're going to feel the excitement. They're going to feel the camaraderie of a team and a group of people working together. And they're going to be wanting a part of what you guys have going on. So challenge yourself to step into that role of a leader and having either getting people on online events or having your own, and then either taking someone to an in-home event or having your own at least once a month. That's doable. And then the other thing is take advantage of the shred, you guys. What an easy way to especially like on Facebook, sharing it with people. It's such an easy way to attract customers and then hopefully distributors. And then start tracking. Who are your 5, who are the 5 people? Looking at your hot hands list. Who can I get this month? And then who am I working? When we're talking about our hot hands list for customers, I want you guys to create a hot hands list, and I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can get to it quickly. I use the reminders. I use the reminders app on my iPad or on my Mac computer to track I have a prospective customer list and a prospect distributor list. And I'm telling you, looking at those names week in and week out, thinking, okay, I'm going to reach out to that person. I'm going to reach out to that person. And having it in front of you so that you're knowing if you're moving those people along toward becoming a customer, am I moving those people along toward becoming a distributor? And I'm tracking my conversations. So when it comes to hot hands list, I'm going to challenge you to have 2. One for a customer hot hands list and one for a distributor hot hands list. Does that make sense? And I'm going to stop right now. We've got 10 minutes. Let's talk about, and I know I blazed through that, but let's talk about anything that you maybe don't understand about what we're trying to do with this group and how we're moving along. Or a challenge you may have. Anybody? Does it make sense what we're trying to do? All right, let me ask this question. On those 4 commitments, so we're committing to being part of this group and committing to having a buddy who's going to hold us accountable. Commitment 1. Commitment 2, setting a goal every week. Here's what I'm going to do. Commitment 2. Commitment 3. What was commitment 3? All right, good. I can't remember either.
Process.
What? Oh, the form. Using that form to help you progress along. That's our map. That's our map that's going to take us to the next level. Okay? Good grief. Doing the training, I can't remember. And then the last, commitment to growth. Kudos to each one of you on this call because it shows you are committed to grow. You do want to grow your business. So how many 4 of 4, tell me how many people are committed 4 of 4? Or if you're 3 of 4, show me. 4 of 4? Everybody committed 4 of 4?
4 of 4.
Oh, I love Josh. All right, 4 of 4. And you know what? What I know is if we put in this activity, we're going to reach our goals. And, you know, I don't want anyone feeling like, oh my gosh, Elaine's going to be disappointed. I may be disappointed in myself. I may not hit my goals. But you know what I'm going to feel good about? It's not going to be because I didn't do the work to get there. You know, and it's the activity that's going to move us along. And you know what? If we stick with it, we will hit those goals. All right. Anybody have anything, thoughts to share before we wrap it up? I'm just pumped. I can't wait till next Monday, you guys. I just listened to a podcast, and the topic was 7 secrets on how to present your business, your product to somebody. It was so good. I can't wait. I wish it was next Monday because I can't wait to talk to you about that. But let me hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Anybody a little nervous about this, or is everybody feeling good?
Still nervous.
Who's nervous? Shelly? Who said that?
I did, Molly.
Molly. Okay, Molly, where's the nervousness?
Steps 1 through 4. No, I don't have an accountability partner yet.
Okay, someone else probably doesn't.
So I need to find that. I just think
Molly, keep going. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just kind of in my own journey with my business, I feel like I've partially